Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lydia here. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining in depth how to shape acrylic nails, and also we're going to do a bit of this design, but today's tutorial focuses more on shaping. All right, so we're going to start with the tapered square shape. Alrighty guys, so we're starting with already prepped nails, and I'm making use of 100 grit nail file. Already I'm starting with the side walls first as well. So first off, I'm using my thumb, or I always use my thumb to pull back the skin from the side walls. That just prevents me from cutting into my client's nails, and then or into like the side walls of my client's nails. And also it allows me to file on the side walls conveniently. So that's one thing I think as a beginner you should put into consideration. So I file, because we are doing a square, more like a tapered square shape, something in between. I'm filing out straight on the side walls without turning or twisting my hands. And then to crisp up that free edge, I put my middle or my ring finger underneath the nail tip, because it's a very long, or it's like a long nail, and just so that we're not making our client uncomfortable, I put my nails or my one of my fingers underneath the nail tip, and then I just crisp up the free edge. And then you can see the difference between the shape that we've created just now. Alrighty, so as I was saying, we can just now see the difference between the shape we've created and the one that hasn't been filed. And most of the time I go over my shape just so that I can be certain that it is crisp, because sometimes as you're filing on the free edge, like there's vibrations, the hands move, and that could create the file, or that could allow the file to go off being straight. Yeah, it could allow the file go off course, and then sometimes your side walls aren't as crisp as they are meant to be. So another thing I do is to blend the nail tips. Now I don't do this to all of the nail tips that I use, just the ones that are extremely thick. This one in particular, this is like a no curve, no C curve, square, full, no C curve, square tips, and these tips are quite thick. And sometimes if I apply the product just on them like that, the nail tips come out on the side. It's really weird. So I blend in the tip with the natural nail, and also blending the tips, like turning the nail tips white allows you to see your shape even better. Alrighty, so we're done with shaping our nail tips. We're going to move into application. Now I'm just wiping clean with acetone, and then you guys can see that the nails, the tips that I've created, the shape I've created now is much slimmer. It's not exactly as boxy, it's more slimmer and in line with the client's nails than what we had earlier on before they had been filed. Alrighty, so I'm just applying primer, one coat to all of the nails. I'm making use of the Glitz by Safat nail primer. So we're just going to move into the application, and this part of the video is sped up. It's not very explained. I have a lot of application videos. They would also be linked in the description box. You can check it out. But yes, you guys, I want you to notice how when I move the product around, working from the nail bed down to the free edge, I ensure that I keep the side walls really clean. And the reason I do that is because if I start to make the nails bulky and messy from now, it's going to give me a lot to file. And one of the things about filing nails is you don't want to have too much to file. One of the things rather about doing nails is that you don't want to have too much to file, especially if you're working in a salon. You want to reduce your filing time just so that you can keep up with like the number of clients that you're taking, and also because you don't want to get tired, because filing actually is a tiring process. I like it. I like it because obviously I get to see the results of my work, but it is a tiring process, so I try to reduce from the onset. So for the application, what I do is ensure that I keep my um I keep the product on the nails as neatly as possible. I apply as neatly as possible. I clean up on the side walls. I clean up, around the cuticle as well, because those little places. Sometimes it's so hard to get in there without, like, especially if you're using a hand file, it's hard to get in, like corners like the cuticle, for instance. So um I try to ensure that when I'm applying the product, I apply as neatly as possible. If you want to see a detailed tutorial on how to apply acrylic, I will have it linked in the description box.
Usually it's something that moves. So then, why?
Alrighty guys, so we are going to shape the nails after application, and now that we have product on the nail, we're still going to keep to the same technique. We'll do the side walls first, and you can see that I'm pulling away the skin from the side wall, and that's just to prevent me from cutting into my client's nails. So we do the side walls. Next we go over the body of the nail, working our way down to the free edge as we file. And also, again, I'm making use of 100 grit file. You can use 120 or 150, but I always recommend 100 grit file because it is more coarse, and it would do the job faster. Alrighty guys, so next what I do is I turn the nails over, and the essence of this is to be able to see what your client is saying, and like address or rectify any part of the nail that has bumps or that is a lot lumpier than the other. Alrighty guys, so when you're filing, ensure or just try as much as possible not to allow your file go, or not to allow your file go close to your client's cuticle. Usually you can angle your file into the cuticle area and file, but if you're using 100 grit file, even when you've scored the edges of the file, it's still hard to get your file into the cuticle area very very neatly. So I usually save all of that part for my e-file. So I'm just going to do the rest of the nails just exactly how I did the pinky, the one I just did. I'm going to go over the side walls, the body of the nail, turn the nails over so that I can see what my client is saying, and then just fill up on the nail to be sure that there's no part lumpier than the other, and all that stuff. And then most of the time I go over my shape as much as possible, not like filing into it to reshape it, but just to ensure that it's still crisp with every filing, or with every like movement that I've done on this nail. So yeah, you guys, I'm just going to do this to all of the nails, and then we'll get to the part where we have to use our e-file for the rest of the file.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes by creating an imaginary picture. Usually, it's something that moves.
Alrighty guys, so we're done with shaping and debulking the nail. Next, I'm just going to crisp my free edge, and to do this, I like to turn the nails over facing me in my direction, and then I just go in with my file. There are other ways to do this. You can, do it facing you, and then you just go up, down, or you can go horizontally or vertically, but I prefer to do it this way. You can find a position or direction that is comfortable for you. It's not compulsory you have to do it like this. I do it like this because I like the results, and it is comfortable for me. Alrighty, so when I'm done crisping up the free edge, I'm going to go in with my e-file, and I'm making use of a sanding band, and the one I am using is a very fine grit. But even though it's not a very fine grit, it's like a medium grit actually. And even though it's a medium grit, I've still scored the edge of the sanding band, and this is to prevent it from, like, to prevent that sharp edge from cutting my client. And then I'm going to use a sanding band to go around the cuticle area, and then just finish up the filing process. I go over the body of the nail as well, and I'm going on 5,000 rpms. So I'm going to repeat, and then to do this, I always angle my client's hands facing downwards, and I pull the skin away from, I pull the skin away from the actual nails, and this is just to prevent, like, the edge of the sanding band from cutting or from just catching on my client's skin by mistake. And then I just work my way down towards the free edge to just finally just finish up my filing process, my filing and shaping process. Alrighty guys, so we're done with the shaping, we're done with the e-file filing. We're just going to do, like, some final touches on the nail to prevent, or sorry, to ensure that our shape is crisp. So yeah, I'm just doing some touch-ups. Next I'm going to go in with my buffer to make sure that the surface of this nail is really smooth because we're going to be doing artwork or just some design on the nails as well. And yeah, so after this, I have my clients wash her hands with soap and liquid soap. Yes, with soap and a nail brush, and the nail brush helps to remove the dust in the corners of the nails. So yeah, you guys, look at our shape. It's really good. It's really good actually. So for our design, I'm making use of this that reflective glitter polish that I got from AliExpress, and I'm making use of my liner brush to outline our design. So I did not figure out how to get the flashy effect of this design until like 3 days later. And I really wish you guys had seen it. It was so cute. But I'll be giving my reviews of this polish because I actually did get three colors, three different colors. I got the pink one, the purple, and the wine. Yes, wine or burgundy? Wine. And yeah, so we're just going to use the liner brush to outline our design. This design has been trending for weeks now, and I'm so glad that I was able to partake in it as well. I think that I should, like, do more trending designs. I should try following the trend for once and see how that turns out for me. So yeah, you guys, this polish is actually not bad. It's not very pigmented. If you're going to, do like a full gel manicure with it, you'd have to do like 2 coats. And if you're going to use it to do some nail art, just like I'm doing, you have to get like thick, really thick scoops of polish. But yeah, it's the truth, you guys. I had to go over, like my lines over and over again, just so that I could make sure that I have enough of the, like the glitter pigments in there, because it would look very light. So the polish itself, is not bad. I did use it to do a manicure for my sisters. Sorry, on my sister's nails, not this color, the pink one. They're on my Instagram. Yeah, by the time I upload this video, they'll be on my Instagram, and they're actually very cute. I did 2 coats of the polish, and yeah, they're actually very good. The not very good, they're actually not bad. I should stop saying very good because I've seen better, I just haven't used better. So the glitter pigments are not that bad. They're okay. I mean, they're not that bad actually. Let me just leave it like that. Alrighty, guys. So I cure in between. After I do one design, after I do a design, sorry, on one finger, I cure in the lamp, and then I do another finger on another hand, just like that, and that just helps me to like work faster.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes by creating an imaginary picture.
Alrighty, so we're finishing up on the design, and then we've cured in the lamp. We're just applying top coat now, and yeah, so top coat that I'm using, you guys already know, but it's by Sapphire top coat. And so we're just going to cure in the lamp after this, and then after I cured in the lamp, obviously the nails are very cute. But you guys know I like a little bit of bling on my nails or something. So I decided to use some piercing jewelries for the ones I got for my tragus, but I wasn't able to wear it because they were a bit too big for like the actual hole I have on my ear. So instead of wasting them, I decided to use them for nails. So I do not show me drilling, because trust me, it was really frustrating. My drill stopped at some point, even at 30. Yeah, I went all the way up to 30,000 RPMs, and my drill still stopped. So I just cannot show that process until I figured out how to do it properly, so I can show you guys. But after I applied the jewelry, it looked so cute. It looked much better in my eyes, and obviously my client loved it. So yeah, we're just applying cuticle oil now, and I'll show you guys the final result. But yeah, you guys, I hope this video has been really helpful, because I did say, if I remember correctly, that I was going to do a detailed like filing video, and this is it, you guys. So I hope you guys have learned, like everything that you can from all the things that I do when I file. And yeah, let me know in the comments section below, you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you all so much for watching.